Hey everybody, Sam here from Samyara's Den, where Dilyara and I explore various recipes for the everyday you. In this video, we're making a simple and easy baked cheesecake, all in the comfort of your home. Now, I'm a huge fan of cheesecake and I've been trying various recipes from the no-baked versions to baked cheesecake using lots of different kinds of ingredients. But lately, I've stumbled upon this recipe from King Arthur flour, and with a little tweaking to my taste buds, I've come up with my very own easy baked cheesecake recipe. Now, this recipe has two parts to it. One is the biscuit base and the other is the actual cream cheese filling that we're going to make for it. Now let's talk about ingredients. For the biscuit base, you'll need 200 grams of crackers or Marie Biscuits or a combination of both. I like to use an equal split of the two. You also need 100 grams of melted cooking butter, 1/8 teaspoon of salt and 30 grams of icing sugar. Now, if you want, you can also skip the icing sugar depending on whether you're using only Marie Biscuits, because Marie Biscuits are quite sweet on their own. However, if you're using a combination of both or just crackers, then you can vary the amount of sugar based on your taste buds. And for the filling, you're going to need 500 grams of cream cheese at room temperature, 2 eggs at room temperature too, 170 grams of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 50 grams of all-purpose flour. Let's get right to it. Let's start off with the biscuit base. Run your biscuits in the food processor to turn them into a coarse powder. Now, you don't want it too fine, otherwise your biscuit base is going to become very hard. I've prepared mine beforehand over here. Simply add in the salt and icing sugar, give them a good mix, and then pour the melted butter in. Mix this up nicely and you'll know it's ready when you clump it in your fist together and it holds firm, but still breaks apart when you press into it. In case your biscuit base is still too dry and not holding together, add about a teaspoon or two of milk to it and mix it all up, and that should work just fine. That's the perfect texture. Next, take an 8-inch springform pan, and here's a neat little trick that I learned to help slide your cheesecake off super easy. Simply take the base of the pan and flip it over and then place it over here. That way, when you need to transfer your cheesecake, it comes right off. I also like to place a lining of parchment paper on the bottom, which helps transfer the cheesecake easily to any other surface. Now we're going to shape our biscuit base. I like to start off with the sides, and don't be afraid to get your hands messy over here. Take fistfuls of your biscuit and place them against the sides of the springform pan. Once you have the sides covered off, fill up the base with the remaining biscuit mix. If you want to smoothen the edges out further, you can use a straight glass tumbler to smoothen it out like so. Our biscuit base is ready. Now we can put this in the fridge to chill for a bit. At this point, you can start preheating your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. That's 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Now onto our cream cheese filling. For the filling, I'm using my stand mixer with the paddle attachment, but you can use a hand mixer too for the same. Take your cream cheese in a bowl and break it down a bit in the mixer. Add the sugar to this and mix for a few minutes. Next, add in the 2 eggs, vanilla extract and flour, and continue to mix till everything is well combined. Let's get our biscuit base from the fridge and start filling it up. We're gonna bake our cheesecake at 180 degrees Celsius, that's 356 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 30 minutes. We're applying heat from the top and bottom heating elements of our oven. Now this one's been cooling in the oven for about an hour now, and look how jiggly it is. But that's normal, don't worry about it. It's gonna cool right down in the fridge and firm right up. Alright, our cheesecake has been chilling in the fridge overnight and I cannot wait to dig into it. Let's gently release the clamp of the springform pad and slowly slide this off. Look at that beauty. Now there are various ways that you can cut into a cheesecake, and the thing about cheesecakes when you make them like this is it's tricky because the texture is quite sticky on the inside. So there are various hacks that people use. You could either grease your blade with some oil or butter, or you could dip your knife in water with every cut that you make. But I'm not much of a stickler for that, so I'm just gonna cut right into it and take it off with the offset spatula. Look at our lovely cheesecake over there. Here's our lovely cheesecake decorated with some delicious mango jam that Dilyara prepared some time ago, topped off with some mint leaves from our garden. Alright, let's dig in. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Soft, creamy, velvety cheesecake. A classic New York-style baked cheesecake. If you liked our video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and go ahead and tap that notification bell to stay up to date on everything that Samyara Den puts out. Now remember, we put out videos every Monday, so stay tuned for that. I'm Sam from Samyara's Den. See you in the next video.